So here at Halogen, we are always on the lookout for awesome people. We are trying to find high and low what people in this world are doing amazing things, and we want to talk to them.
Exactly, and you're probably sitting there going, oh, everybody is so grown up and everyone is adults and only adults can do all the amazing things and I've got so long to go and I can't think of ideas. But today we're going to show you, and we already have with Jade, that you don't have to be a grown-up to make a difference.
No, we want you to walk out of this room today and go, you know what? I can be an amazing leader. You know what? I'm going to make a difference as of today for the rest of my life. So to inspire you, to give you some inspiration on what you can do, have a look at this video.
Hamish might be in primary school, but that hasn't stopped him from becoming a successful software developer. He creates apps about topics he's passionate about, like the environment and autism spectrum disorder, or ASD. That's a condition Hamish and many other Aussie kids have.
Sometimes you can't stand loud noises, or you have to follow a certain pattern when you're walking in the mall.
Hamish has made 4 apps so far, and the main character of all of them is this guy, a little turtle called TripleT, who has ASD. One app features games, quizzes and tips to help people with and without autism to learn more about the disorder, while the others are about the environment, like this one, which focuses on sea turtles and the need to protect them from pollution. So players help TripleT to clean up the ocean.
He just runs around and collects some rubbish bags that have been left by some people who don't care.
But recently, Hamish and his apps caught the attention of someone very important, the US ambassador. He was so impressed with them that he invited Hamish to a big global entrepreneurship summit in America to hear a special guest, US President Barack Obama. To make sure Hamish could go, his family set up a crowdfunding page, and luckily they raised enough money to send him to see the president.
I've actually made some t-shirts and business cards. Tell him to wear it on some of his speeches. Right now I'm in the Brisbane International Airport Lounge, and I'm waiting for my flight to go to the US.
Hamish set out for San Francisco, the home of hundreds of tech companies like Google, Apple and Facebook.
Here I'm at the birthplace of Silicon Valley.
While there, he got to visit lots of cool places like NASA's Research Centre.
Come stand over here.
And Stanford University, where he met other software designers and tried out some cool new technology that will help other kids with autism just like him.
I see faces, it's really kind of funny.
Then of course it was time for the big summit and the chance to learn from amazing people like Facebook creator Mark Zuckerberg and of course President Barack Obama.
This is the place that made nerd cool.
Hamish was the youngest person invited to attend, and he even got a few moments in the spotlight.
Listen to this. This is Hamish. He's developed 4 apps. How old are you? He's 11. What are your apps? Tell us about your apps, Hamish.
3 of the 4 apps teach people about litter and what it does to the environment and oceans.
Oh, about littering. Wow. Let's give him a round of applause.
And it seems everyone's excited to see what this whiz kid will do next.
He's going to be president of the world.
So give him a massive round of applause. This is Hamish.
Here's Hamish.
Hi. Hamish, we are so
Oh,
excited.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Very professional business cards, might I add.
I don't have a business card yet. Hamish has got one before me.
You're inspiring. Now, Hamish, can you tell us all, where was the inspiration behind the app? Where did you get the ideas from?
Is this thing on?
Yeah, it is. Hold it nice and high.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
So the inspiration of the apps came from this competition called Young ICT Explorers, and what happens is that in this competition you have to make an app or something with technology that helps a problem in the world. And when I was thinking of a problem, I usually struggle standing, next to litter, seeing it, and try to avoid it at all costs.
Excellent. So can you tell us a little bit quickly about the apps that you've made?
Okay, so all of them?
No, give us your favourite one.
Favorite one.
Okay, I'll have to say my favorite one is the first one that I ever created. It's called Litter Bug Smash, and it's kind of like a game that teaches people about litter and the harm it does to the oceans and environment.
That's excellent. So can I ask you a question? What is the coolest thing about what you do?
The coolest thing I would have to say is just playing your own game and then seeing other people play it and, giving you more ideas to make it even better and more responses. It's like a loop of tips and tricks to make your own work fun.
That's awesome. And not only we've gone from the cool apps you do, but you've created an app as well about awareness with autism. Can you tell me about that one?
That is also a game to teach people, about a problem in the world. And it has like multiple levels for people with autism, for strategies to deal with it and help people that don't know what autism is know a bit more.
Brilliant.
And some of this app creation, it must have been tricky. What sort of lessons have you learnt along the way?
You just don't give up in the middle of what you're doing. You also have to dream big and work hard, and make sure you're prepared what you want to do, and not just like, hey, I want to make an app and make it cost money. You need to prepare for other solutions, and
Oh, I'm sure there's so many challenges along the way. I've had about 1,000 app ideas. I don't think one of them would ever work, Hamish. So then say if someone in this room does have an idea for an app, they maybe want to have like a meeting point for young leaders once a month or whatever the idea is. When you've got that idea, what was a challenge that you face usually when you try and build an app?
The challenge is like maybe like the software has an update that changes like the way how the code works, because some coding programs update a lot and add new features or take out features and replace it with other stuff. And that's happened to me once before, and it was a bit tricky to get used to it.
And now, Jem, do you want to get some water?
Yes, please.
Okay, we're going to let Jem get some water.
I've just got a frog in my throat.
Hamish, so I was wondering, so you went to this conference then with some of the greatest leaders in the world, including the US president.
Yeah.
So what did you learn? Obviously you would have spent days and a long time there. What did you learn from these leaders? What was one message that they were telling you?
I think one of the best things is, what I think I said before, dream big, work hard, never give up, and continue doing what you're doing.
Absolutely. That is incredible. Now, what advice would you like to give 3,000 young leaders in this room right now in Brisbane?
Any advice? I said it multiple times now. Dream big, work hard, never give up, and continue doing what you're doing. And make sure you're prepared and don't hide from any media that you could give out. Like, you don't want to make something awesome and tell no one. You want to tell everyone.
Absolutely. And now, if everyone in this room wants to get on board with what you're doing and get involved, what can they do?
I think they could hi.
Oh, hi again.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
You could what was the question again?
So
Sorry.
everyone in the room, how do they get involved with what you're doing? Is there a way they can be involved? Do you have any initiatives at the moment which a lot of people can get involved with?
Download the app even?
Yeah, you can download the app, like Litterbug Smash, and then, from there, you can go to Related and find my other apps. You can, in my games, there's a donate now button, so you can donate to charities that I'm supporting, ones that try to help people with autism and ones that try to stop litter in ways.
Yeah, I hate litter. I think it's the worst.
It is. Now, I have a burning question, Hamish. Today's theme is, of course, Together We Can. So who did you get help from? Who did you look to for support when you were creating your apps?
I'll have to say my mum and dad for
Nice.
supporting me and paying the bills.
Thanks, Mum and Dad.
I'll have to say a couple years ago I entered this competition called OzApps. It was based in Perth, Western Australia. And I got a special judges award, and I got multiple mentors like Alan Jones from Blue Chili in Sydney, who gave me special mentor tips and showed me his place, which was an accelerator for businesses.
Oh my gosh, you've been around some pretty inspiring people.
Yeah.
Now, also, what are you going to do next? You must have some exciting plans.
I'm just going to get a pen out.
We'll write down your ideas.
Okay. So my next plan, it's almost out. It's another game. It's going to be called Nurdles versus Turtles. Nurdles are like those plastic beads that make up anything plastic related before they are made into those said plastic related stuff.
Right, yeah.
And it's going to be available on Samsung devices and iOS devices.
Wow, you heard it first right here, guys. Look out for it on the App Store.
I think we need to give this young genius right here on stage a big round of applause for coming in and sharing some of this knowledge with us. Hamish Finlayson, thank you so much. And you are going to be, if you want to talk to Hamish, you've got an app idea, or you want to ask him anything about what he does, he'll be at Morning Tea as well for the expo. So once again, thank you so much, Hamish. You're looking very dapper as well.
Yeah.
Love the suit, mate. Round of applause
Fashion.
as you leave stage.
Thank you
Good
so
on you,
much,
buddy.
Hamish.